is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there. And Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. They'll run with Gibson. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mostert, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Second and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That's Samuel, caught left side. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Wiggles free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working from the gun, Lance. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And they'll go for it. Lance. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
7 yards the pickup there. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it to Gibson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides to a halt inside the 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Gibson on the read option. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lance. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas, wide open. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Niners have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 11. From the gun, it's Lance. Throwing deep for Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Lance looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They faked the handoff. Now Lance. Flush to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And Lance going to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st down, Lance. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. And his throw here's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Lance throwing deep for Murray. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lance. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is... And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now back to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 14-yard touchdown. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Lance now on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in the cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Looks like he'll throw here. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground. And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort. Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed. Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync.